Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another edition here of Intuitive Angling. Thanks for taking some time to watch the video, much appreciated. Up on Truman Lake today, I brought the boys up here to do a little scout, and I've got a Toyota Series tournament up here in about 3 weeks, and it's been a while since I've been up at Truman, so I wanted to come up here and do a little scouting. And out here walking the bank right now today, and that's the point of today's video. I want to give you guys some tips and advice on how walking the shoreline can help you guys locate really good areas that you can come back to in your boat to catch fish. And I have done so good in some tournaments simply getting out of my boat and walking. A lot of the places that I've got into, say for example, it would have been really hard to get my boat into. In practice, a lot of times I'll just beach the boat and I'll get up and walk into those areas that look good. Saves me a lot of time, and I found a lot of really good areas like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of walk along this bank, and I'm going to show you guys what I look for and the advantages of taking a little time to walk the bank. So hey guys, one of the things I like to do is when I get into an area that I think looks pretty good, and I'll beach my boat, get out on the bank, and I'll just start walking slowly. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for different subtleties and some shoreline complexities as far as the type of rock transitions, the cover that's shallow, and the angles of the bank. So when I get out on these areas here, I'll study the angles of the bank, see how it drops off into the water. And I really want to pay close attention to what is in the water in the bank that I'm walking along. For example, I'm looking to see, how much activity I see with some type of minnows. I may turn over a few rocks and everything. Like I can see some minnows right there in the water. Looking for bluegills, looking for signs of life that I could normally not see if I was in my boat. If I was in my boat fishing right now, I couldn't see these minnows down there. I couldn't see any crawdads to turn over the rocks. I couldn't really see if there were some bluegills making beds. I can analyze the cover, like this stump right here. I can look and see what the root configurations on the stump is and the water clarity next to it. And basically just study the shoreline as I go down to it, anywhere from the shoreline out to 5 or 6 feet. And for example, like when you come up on, some isolated laydowns like this, one of the things you can do with the isolated laydowns, a lot of times, if you sneak up on them on the bank, is you can see bass that are cruising around these laydowns, especially sometimes if there's some bluegill beds on it. And, it's just basically a way to gather information that you cannot do it if you're, sitting out there 20 feet with your boat 20 feet away from the bank. So to me, the big advantage is walking the bank is I can really get an up close and a more intimate perspective on how much life is on an area. And that's the thing about bass fishing. It's not necessarily that I go through here looking for bass, but I'm looking to study the food chain. Like say for example, if I see a lot of minnows swimming around, if I see algae in the water, if I turn over some rocks and see some crawfish, if I see some bluegills, that tells me that there's a lot of life in the area. And as part of that food chain, if I'm walking the bank and looking into this super shallow water and I see that a lot of times tells me that I need to make a pass down through here with my boat and see if I can catch a few more bass. But if I pull into an area and I don't see much activity, like I don't see much bait fish, shad, perch, that type of stuff, a lot of times I'll just move on by with that. And it doesn't take long, because normally I can get into an area like this and I'll maybe walk down 100 yards in the mid part of a cove. I may go to the back end of it and walk around the back end. And it really allows you to cover a lot more water than you can do than even if you're in your boat, because you just have a perspective. You're standing up above the water that you can't see from your boat. So anyway guys, just a quick video. Give it a try next time you're out practicing or trying to locate fish. Take a little bit of time, walk the bank, unless you're up on somebody's property. They probably wouldn't appreciate that. But like I said, I've done so good in a lot of tournaments by getting out and getting on foot and, just seeing what's out there. And it gives you another good way to connect to nature too. So just a quick video here. Hope it helps you guys catch a few, and we'll talk later. See you.